that was a real rough episode, my friend.
That
One.
That movie's so bad.
It hurt to and now that we've talked about it, I do remember the rollerblading thing, but I remember it being way cooler.
Right, I remember there's a couple things I'm like, oh, that was so cool, and then watching it on, I'm like,
the gun thing, I thought that was cool, and I'm like, that's just sparks. He's got a sparkler gun. Why? Don't understand. So.
Where's the South Trip ever taken? Where's the South Trip ever taken?
We'd like to take you on a trip through the stars, to a planet you've probably never heard of, with a movie you definitely have never heard of. As me and my friend here at Maverick have learned, nobody knows about this movie. I'm Jokey Pants with Maverick once again.
Hi everyone. This is gonna be a spin-off series here soon where we talk about movies that we fucking remember that Tubi has and no one else seems to. So look out for that in the upcoming months to be a spin-off, because when Jared said Star Kid, I was like, yeah, I misremembered what movie. I thought he was talking about The Last Starfighter, which is a slightly better movie. Not fantastic, but slightly better. And then I was like, I looked up Star Kid. I was like, no, I absolutely remember this. Turns out I remember one scene from it, and I misremembered where the urine stick comes from. So, that completely wrong.
Oh boy, when we get to that part, there's a note in there. There were, much like Zathura, there were some weird character choices at that scene specifically that made me go, that's coming across not how it probably should. So.
In much the same way that Zathura was indicative of the early aughts, this movie is a time encapsulation of the 1997 in which it endured. So yeah, it's we watched Star Kid, and it's Star Space Kid. Don't look for Star Kid, because that's something else. You gotta get the space in there, and then you'll see a boy named Spencer and his what they think is what 1997 thinks is a cyborg. I have issues with that too, but we will get there in time. I have notes this time, and then about here. When the lady said it was going to be $4.16 for a large meal and a milkshake, I was like, I wonder who directed this, and then kind of went on a spiral down looking who directed this movie. So, but yeah, Jared, where are we starting? Where we should start, because I have
So first up, Star Kid 1997 with the tagline, "Kick some alien butt." Let me tell you that tagline doesn't even make sense.
So false.
It's not nothing. That is not something that gets used in the movie. That's not something that has anything to do with what they do in the movie, other than maybe the ending, which we'll get into it. But
I don't
this
think
should
so.
not have been the tagline.
I think there's more collateral damage than there is. Don't worry, we'll fix it like we fixed Zathura, so that's fine.
So right off the bat, Star Kid was directed by Manny Coda, right? Coda, is that how you'd say it?
Yeah.
C-O-T-O?
That's
okay.
That's how I could tell.
Oh, it might be Koto. Maybe. Anyway, if the name kind of sounds familiar, that's because he's the writer from such hit shows like 24 Legacy. He also wrote most of American Horror Story, American Horror Stories. He wrote for a season of Dexter. And also Star Trek Enterprise, apparently.
Yeah, and then from those of you that have listened to the worst nostalgia trip ever taken, you will recognize that he also directed 2 DCOMs, which is Xenon the Sequel, which is indicative to this movie, and The Other Me, which is a Lawrence Brothers production, and probably one of my least favorite DCOMs ever. So, least in Xenon the Sequel, we still got Protozoa. So, I'm saying gibberish to Jared. I don't know if he knows who Protozoa is, but everyone, even aliens, know who Protozoa is. We're just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to explain it to you either.
That's fine. I have no idea. This is like one of his first like movies he did.
Yes.
Because the rest of it,
I think this is the start of his directorial career, really.
Yeah, because he did a lot of just sci-fi TV show stuff, and then later 24. But like, this was like his like, we're giving you a chance to do a movie, and boy, is it not good.
I mean, he just directed. He didn't write it, but I would hoping that he could have taken some creative liberties with it, but who knows?
So right off the bat, I let Maverick know after he watched it, and then realized that he didn't remember it quite right from his childhood and how bad it was.
Nothing.
I watched this movie a lot when I was a child. I have not seen it since I was a child.
This is probably one of those movies. This is probably one of those movies that was in the rotation somehow, that the VHS tape burnt out, or it was on TV so much that I just watched it. We've talked about this on other podcasts. I have the pizza rotation movie night things. Yes. This was not in that vein of that, but I do remember religiously watching this with my mother even. So it's just, it's not good.
Yeah, I rented this from the library a lot growing up because there was a point.
Sure, I can see that.
Yeah, because like there was a point if we didn't go to Blockbuster, which, fun fact for all of you watching whatnot, maybe you remember back in the 90s when you had a Blockbuster membership card.
Hell yeah, 5 free rentals.
My mom and stepdad never really used it, so I ended up kind of just taking it because she let me use it for a game, and then I never gave it back, and she never asked for it. So pretty sure that's in my stuff somewhere as like my memento of like, I remember using this all the time. But if we couldn't get to Blockbuster, there was either the Casadega or the Sinclairville library, and they had movies you could take out, and that Star Kid was one of the ones that I would pick because I was a dumb kid. And I just went funny robot man thing suit. And it's burned in my brain. Never rewatched it till now. And I don't know why I watched it so much as a kid now, because it's not good.
You regret it? It's not. It doesn't make any sense.
Not at all.
Do you have any more behind the scenes stuff you want to talk about, or can we jump into the movie? It's fine. Like, can stuff come up naturally, or if you want to info dump, that's fine. I need to mentally prepare myself.
So Joey Cimarron is the main character.
Yeah.
Or not, well, he's one of the main characters. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, is that he's
he plays the bully.
Yep. Okay.
He was, which IMDb, you can fuck off.
Turbo.
Yeah, because when I looked up this person to try to track my memory, and I saw he was in Little Giants, I was like, really? What character was he in Little Giants? It's like Murphy, and I was trying to jog my memory. When I clicked his name on IMDb, the only fucking picture they have of him is from this fucking movie with him and the main character side by side, and I went, well, which one is he though? Like, I'm trying to remember who he is, but I don't know why the fuck is the picture the both? Who the fuck is he in this picture? And there were no pictures to clarify which one he was, and it made me go crazy Because in my mind, as I went to watch, I went, I'm pretty sure it's the kid from Jurassic Park. Wait a second, that's not him. Who the fuck is this? It drove me crazy because it didn't clarify it. They had no clarifying pictures, just the movies he was in, and I'm like, who the fuck is this? And then that's when I found that the other person is Joseph Mazzello, who was Jurassic Park, The River Wild, and a shit ton of other movies.
There's a part in this movie where, because I'm pretty sure this movie and Jurassic Park came out about the same time, right? 97. Like this kid.
Yeah, the first Jurassic Park was 93.
Oh shit, it was. So there's a line in this where he's like, "Oh, are you afraid of the bully?" This man has fought dinos. He evaded raptors. No, he's not afraid of you fucking fat kid Turbo.
By this point, he has not only fought dinosaurs, but he has also fought Kevin Bacon and John C. Reilly as they tried to kidnap them while they were river rafting. So I think he's not afraid of a bully.
Get John C. Reilly's in that movie. That's another movie that doesn't fucking exist.
They remade The River Wild and they changed the story, but nobody remembers that movie.
Deranged. I can't tell you. I went out, actually, I downloaded the Tubi app because we did this, and I finally got it on my phone. And I'm just scrolling through. I'm just adding shit to my list to do as Patreon specials because it's there. There's gonna be a movie, a little upcoming. Do you remember the movie Rocket Man?
Slightly.
Yeah, the manned mission to Mars. Yeah, no one else fucking remembers that movie when I talk about it, so that's on the fucking list. It's not on Tubi yet, but it's somewhere we're going. I can't fucking. This is gonna be a great Patreon series. But I digress. I'll let you continue to info dump.
So I just have some little fun facts, as we call them here, before we get into it fully.
They might be facts.
So Joseph Mazzello, he was asked how it was to be in a giant mech suit, be a superhero.
How to be Iron Man before Iron Man.
His response was, it was really boring. I never got to wear the suit. I just had to sit on a stool in front of a blue screen and do my lines, and the stuntman got to have all the fun in the suit, so it was actually kind of boring.
The idea of the cyber suit and everything, that had to appeal to you.
Yeah, that was cool. You get to be a superhero for one night. It's every child's fantasy.
What was that suit like?
Well, I actually wish I could have gotten inside.
No, I know you were not inside it. I mean, in the film you are, but literally you were not. Mm-hmm. But there was an actor or a stuntman, somebody inside it. Mm-hmm. And what was that suit like?
Well, it looked like steel, but it was actually rubber, and you couldn't breathe when you were inside it. So what they had to do, they had to get these big oxygen contraptions and pump oxygen into the cyber suit's mouth so that they could breathe, in between shots.
Wow. So how long at a time would he be in there?
Maybe 2 to 3 minutes. And he passed out twice, which was a little dangerous.
I guess.
Which is fair.
I am now putting to Jared. After I finished watching this movie this afternoon, I finished Iron Man 3, and I'm seeing the parallels now. I'm just now in this moment realizing that I finished Iron Man 3 because I needed closure for this fucking movie.
Oh. So also, first off, its budget was $12 million, and it barely made $7.
I was gonna say,
so for the studio, it did not do the best.
It's a flopperoonie.
Yeah, which leads me into the next fact. You ever heard of TriMark Studios? If you're too young, you probably have never heard of them.
I have, Jared,
their...
but can you tell me about them?
So TriMark... TriMark Studios was a big film studio before the 90s and so on. They did a lot of your big property movies before we got what they called big budgets. This here was their attempt of, hey, studios are doing these big budget movies. We need to get into this market to save ourselves. They poured everything they had into this to save their company for the 90s going into the turn of the century. Folks, let me tell you, when you start this movie, it didn't work because Lionsgate owns it, so it's...
Yes, it does! I noticed that too!
The funniest part to me was the Lionsgate logo's on there, but you hear the TriStar.
You do.
They didn't
hear the
change
TriStar
the audio. They
It's
just
on
put the
Tubi. You
logo.
can't blame them. You can't blame them.
I laughed so hard.
Like, here's the thing. Yesterday I watched Spaceballs, and Spaceballs came out, what, 87? Something like that? So it's like 10 years, 10 years prior to this. And it fucking Spaceballs had better fucking in-space graphics than this fucking pile of shit did.
God. Which brings me to the last little bit here, which is they also did 2 comic tie-ins. Count them 2.
Midnight Man? Midnight Warrior, I apologize. My bad.
The Warrior of Waverly Street, which was the original title of this movie,
Okay.
as
I
a
actually like
prequel
it better.
comic.
I actually like... How? Wait.
Yeah.
Wait,
Did you
wait.
expect that? It was a
Wait.
2-part prequel.
How are you prequeling this when this happens now?
If anybody owns these comics and can tell me, I would love to know, because information was
Is it
scarce,
just-
which tells me it didn't do well.
Is it
Nobody
just a
fucking read it.
whiny fucking kid getting beat up by a kid named Turbo who doesn't have a first name? Everyone calls him Turbo.
The only thing I was able to find out was the 2-part one that they put out. Now, by the way, they put it out through Dark Horse Comics, which, for anyone who's
Okay.
curious, Dark Horse are the owners of Hellboy, so like
They are.
they were the only comic company willing to take this
Star
fucking
Kid
comic
and Hellboy
serious.
could meet each other?
Yes.
Wow.
But it was a 2-part for the first one in 1996 that apparently covered over how the suit was made and like early testings and some shit before the opening of this movie. And then they also did a 1-shot in 98. And that one I couldn't really find anything about, so... But they did it.
I get it. Studios bring back old IP all the time. Like right now, Boom Studios is doing like a limited run with like VR Troopers, which is a dead franchise by all comparisons compared to everything else. So like I get it. You kind of throw it costs nothing because you own the IP, so you just throw it out there to see if there's any takers, and if there's not, you're like, well, that was a loss.
I have this one. I have this for Maverick here. The Nicholas Pike did music for this movie. Movies of note for this man, for me anyway. First one was Critters 2, where I was like, really? Okay. He also did the movie music for Blank Check.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's just like,
it's a
what a
good
weird thing
soundtrack.
this movie's tying things together.
Good soundtrack. It's another one of those movies that I talk about and people are starting to, in the collective conscious, come to realize is a good movie because it's on Disney Plus and readily available.
Without further ado, let's get into this pile of space garbage.
No, it's Junkyard. There's a difference. We open, Jared, on what
Narration.
looks like a hybrid, and then the aliens look like a hybrid between Yoda
Yes!
and
like-
the Ben 10 alien, the little gray man.
I see. I was gonna say the Ben 10 alien, but with the Jawas,
I could see that, either way.
because they're just
Either
tiny
way,
little dudes with like hooded little masks and shit. I was like, what the fuck are these little creatures?
Also,
They just give you an exposition dump, by the way. There's no building into this movie. They just throw you in and start throwing names at you.
Tylons or whatever the fuck.
Trelkin.
Fucking Jesus
On
Christ.
planet Trelkus,
But, like,
where the brood
this-
warriors had found them and began to annihilate.
Is that what it says in the opening? I
Yeah.
must have blacked out. I'm sorry, I must have
that's
blacked
fair.
out. It's fine. It's just
Shit, that
super
hurts too
convenient that the I'm gonna call it Psy because that's what they have it listed on as IMDb.
Yeah,
Psy
he
made
calls
his
him
way
that
to
later.
Earth and found a thing that is in equal proportion to his creator, who I have written down, not the name, but the. Let me find it. Plot needs to happen.
Search redacted text.
Yeah, god damn it.
I didn't think it was a video.
It's fine. But he's like the prime scientist or whatever, and I'm just like, I'll find him when we get there. But like, I'm just like, why is the robot suit so fucking big if the people's is so little?
It's almost like they planned on it going to a bigger creature for some reason.
Yeah.
Because even when they use it later, it makes you question how the fuck it's even using it. Oh.
There's
So,
an idea of suspension of disbelief that we talked about, especially with like Zathura. This one is pushing that limit even fucking harder. Literally, my first two notes are the effects. You can't see it. The effects are real bad, and are those Yodas?
That's a fair point.
Those are my two first notes right off the bat. 1, 2.
So it opens up the suit, giving you the narration. The planet's getting annihilated. They bring up the brood warriors. By the way, I fucking hate these the alien monster. As a child, I remember they're burned into my brain for being they scared me a bit. Rewatching now, they have some of the dumbest anatomical design. I'll get into it when they show it, but there are parts of this creature that just make no fucking sense. No sense in any realm of even being a fucking alien. No, they don't
like
make
how
sense.
he's just got go gadget whatever he needs and basically eyeballs that are the same as the ears from A Quiet Place.
Yeah,
Is that
it
the
has
John Krasinski
fucking
movie?
bat ears for eyes.
Yeah,
and that doesn't
it's
even
so
make
dumb.
fucking sense.
We're not there yet. We have to get there. I know we want to jump there, but we have to get there. The next
They
scene,
kind of show you them, but you don't really see them until later. But
yeah, the next scene is
Spencer getting the shit kicked out of him.
and the bully Turbo calls him
Such a
a
dumb.
butt wipe, and I'm like, yep, that is an insult from 1997
Yeah.
/ 1996. Like I can't argue with that. I've called my sisters both butt wipes before, so like, yep.
But also, so yeah, he's reading a comic. Our main character's Spencer. He's minding his own business. He steps onto some marbles that are being played by the bully, who they call Turbo. But when the teacher breaks it up, we find out his name is Manfred, and everyone has an issue.
IMDb says it's Turbo. We ignore.
Yeah, I don't.
Surnames here.
Can I
If
be honest?
it's in there.
How the fuck did they get Turbo? I want to know, where did they get Turbo? Because in the movie, I only heard him get called Manfred. And I'm like, where the fuck did Sven infect the universe?
His father calls him Turbo. But it should be Manfred Turbo, whatever the fuck his last name is. It's so bad, Jared. And this is my part where like, this is my part where my note goes like, is that the kid from Jurassic Park? And I was like, I looked up, I was like, yep, that's the kid from Jurassic Park. And then the bully's like, are you scared? And that's where my notes say, this man faced velociraptors. No, he's not scared. And then thank God, very attractive teacher walks up to break up the situation. So
this teacher will become a problem later.
Oh,
for many reasons.
There's the tension, Jared. The unbridled tension for no reason. None. I wasn't sure if him or the dad were gonna end up with the teacher at the end.
I didn't know either. This movie plays real loose
made me
with that.
Very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable.
So we cut to science class. Teacher's talking about how bats work, which will be important later, because of course
it's also 1997's logic before apparently people realized bats actually see real well too, so they don't just rely on echolocation. But that's fine. We're 25 more years advanced right now, so we're good.
After class, Spencer gets approached by the cute girl in class who compliments his comic book and asks him a question, and then
You like the Midnight Warrior?
And then it's a flashback to me and the rest of my entire life of when they talk to me. I just freeze up and I'm like, and then she walks away and I went, I feel your pain. I'm that dumbass. This movie was made for me. I deserve this shit.
I'm not saying between this and Zathura, I'm seeing like patterns and shit that you might have liked in some deep-seated psychological trauma that you may or may not have. But, like, fucking right there, bud. Right fucking there. I know this is a special, but BetterHelp would take a sponsor for Joke Pants over here.
So he also gets asked to stay after class by his teacher, which is where this unneeded sexual tension between the two of them starts to happen, and you're like, why does it seem like the teacher's trying to fuck him?
The spider was so unnecessary. I used to be so scared of spiders, but then one day I just faced my fear, and I'm still kind of scared. I'm like, I am so uncomfortable.
You could also apply the same thing to pretty girls. Just like,
pretty girls.
The fuck? Yep. Why is the teacher trying to get him to fuck? What is happening?
Why is the teacher trying to get this assumably 7th grader laid? I don't know what grade they are in.
Yeah, they're not very old.
I'm not good with kids. No.
It's not. None of this is coming off right.
Young enough
I don't know
to
what
have
they
to
were
be able to
going
be watched
for.
by his older sister later. This is also where we learn the name of the town is Crystal Bluffs, and there's going to be a fall festival happening because we need Chekhov's fall festival in order for the plot to advance. So, then we cut to him like reading the Midnight Warrior and eating Ben and Jerry's, which was a wild product placement that I had. Like, is this the first time that I would have seen like Ben and Jerry's as a child?
Possibly.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
I'm not sure.
Right?
I can't think of any other one that uses like brand name ice cream and not just some kind of generic.
It was blue and had marshmallows in it. I don't know what it was. It looked delicious.
Also, after school, Spencer just gets like his dad just fucks off. Like, he's supposed to get picked up, but no one shows up, so he just sits there, reads his comic, and then he's just like, well, guess he's not coming. And walks away.
The dad got late. We found out the dad was late. And here we
we'll find out much later.
Yeah. After he hides in a trash can. A whole thing. We find out if this is a theme. One of the themes we're going to talk about is like a dad that's too busy. Jared, did you have a father that may have been too busy and maybe neglected you just a little bit?
I had a stepdad who worked nonstop doing whatever the fuck he did, and then a mom who, at first after my sister was born, went back to nursing school and then became an ER nurse and was on 24-hour shifts nonstop.
Well,
so yeah,
it's so
you know.
This child doesn't have a mom. She died 2 years
What a
ago.
lucky guy.
Right.
So anyway,
And so yeah. What happens in the bully chase, Jared?
well, he gets to town, tries to talk to Pretty Girl again, chokes immediately again, and then the bully finds him, and he tries to fight back. He hits him, but then immediately remembers that that's a bad idea because it's 3-on-1. And
Yep.
runs. Yeah,
Yep.
he hides in a fucking trash can, and didn't find a
Yeah.
empty one. That
Could
one
have
that
just
was
hid behind the trash can because the
could have
bully
hid somewhere else.
looks in the wrong trash can. This is a part of movie logic that I need to complain about as well.
Oh, please do.
Is when people hide somewhere and then chasing party exits pursued by bear stage.
Oh, you mean
left,
Scooby-Doo logic? Where they check
And
one
do
and
they
they're like, they're not here.
and then they just pop up as soon as they're off screen and like,
Yeah.
no, bud, you made so much fucking noise getting out of that, what I assume is spaghetti antipasta filled. Why is it in the back of a loading dock? Like, you could have just put newspaper and shit. You put like spaghetti in the trash can.
Yeah, it's...
What?
And now he smells really bad.
That's
And he
so
hates
dumb.
that.
It's so dumb.
So
But he
as
gets
he's walking
away.
home... Yeah, he
he
gets
gets
away.
away.
He's kind of brushing off the trash, and then his dad shows up. And his dad's like,
Beep, beep.
yeah, I had to
Honk,
work
honk.
late. Told you to wait.
Yep.
Typical parent. I say
Yep.
typical parent, but like I never had this happen, so I don't know if that's typical. You let me know. Is that usual? Did your parents do that to you? Because my parents didn't love me enough. I had to get rides from friends anyway after play practices.
I had two
and
loving
things.
parents, so I have no.
His dad mentions that he smells terrible.
I would have been the ride for someone like you, Jared. That's what I'm saying. It's like I'm the kid giving the rides, so yes.
His dad talks about that he smells terrible. Also that he's new in town and has to work a lot to make up with his boss.
A good
but I'm
impression.
like,
Yep.
I get where the dad's coming from, but also dad comes off as just like total asshole because it's just like I don't give a fuck about you. Like I'm kissing
true.
ass to my boss, you little son of a bitch. Do what I tell you, and I'm like, why is a dad such an asshole all of a sudden? Not a great introduction.
From here on out, I need you to now realize, audience, that if you just listened to the Zathura episode, we are not going to be talking about Zathura. However,
No.
the next scene is we realize why the dad is overworked, and also, here's the fun fact: we're about to have an older sister that needs to babysit him because the dad has to go reasons away. So
Yeah,
the
reasons.
parallels to this and Zathura are so wild. The fact that we are watching them back to back, I was like,
crazy
I was
part-
making notes. I'm like, this is Zathura.
The crazy part, Star Kid I had on my list before I even like put Zathura on there, had no idea the connections of the two. Oh,
It's
this
wild.
is just insane.
It really is.
So that
Really
means
is.
Jon Favreau, when he was making the script for Zathura, watched Star Kid and was like, I can do better. And
Got some
neither of
ideas.
them did good.
No, got some ideas. And then this is where I made the note because like I had like the Google pulled up and I was like looking for the characters, and there's a character that we were going to meet here in about a half hour of time, and I was like, there's no way that man's in this movie. He is, and we'll get there. But this is where like Stacy, huh? Stacy is the sister. That's good to know because I'm having a hard time keeping these
another
fucking
Stacy.
kids. I'm having a real hard time fucking keeping these characters straight. And that's when I also learned that the kid's name was Turbo, and I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah, And yeah, once again, it is older sister Stacy, another Stacy.
Yes.
Who's once again also pissed having to babysit because boyfriend
Yeah.
plans, and I'm like, the fuck? Why is this such a popular fucking story plot?
Not even boyfriend plans. And then the dad even questions me like, well, how long have you done? Only a couple weeks, but still. Jesus Christ. Also, her boyfriend is 100% a college dropout and should not be dating her. That is all. We will get there, but like, there is clearly an age difference.
There are things that are issues, really big issues now.
Yeah.
The casting, like, just story casting wise, were just issues of like, why was that a choice? But we'll get to it. But
agreed.
Spencer goes up to his room, and he has the ultimate nerd room. He has the room I would have wanted as a kid. Because it's just full of comic stuff.
Yes, it's fucking cool. Not my cool, but I would have enjoyed it as a room as a child.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just kind of doing his own thing. He's got his comics. He's looking over, but then he notices something out of his window. Something comes crashing down. So then he has to look, and it looks like something crashed into the local junkyard, and he's got to go check it out. Don't you know? Like any kid in the 90s, I gotta check it out myself.
This is one of those plot points and one of those like story tropes that I just don't enjoy, because like one, right? How does this the only kid that noticed it? Because we can't use the thorough logic for this, right? Everyone's playing the game of Earth. 2.
Yeah, everyone's playing
the junkyard is playing the game of Earth. You like that? There's no suspension of disbelief in the game.
Yeah, that's
2. When fucking tiny little asteroids zip through shooting stars, the news covers that shit. This thing was a fireball from space. Someone more responsible should have been brought in. That's all I'm saying.
So with that, Spencer goes and checks this out. I have the note, as the horror fan that I am, somehow this fucking kid, I don't know if they just used the same set from the 80s on this one, but somehow he ends up in Freddy Krueger's fucking junkyard graveyard, because the amount of fucking fog machines, I'm like, did you just borrow the set from that movie? Because why is there so much fog here? You can't tell me that's smoke, because that is fucking everywhere. Like, what the fuck?
Yes, correct.
But anyway, he gets to what crash landed. And also, I don't think you could really say that it was a fireball landing, because there's no crater. It's just a pod standing straight up in the junkyard with a couple little fire spots. And I'm like, what?
It means it had safety propulsion and should have to a different planet, because it opens up, right? It opens up and we see the suit for the first time, and Spencer starts talking to it. And I appreciate how the suit learns the language. Like, it's like whatever, and does like scans for Germanic, and it kind of explains how he learns something. And it's kind of fun. It's kind of cool. I did enjoy that.
Fair.
And then if the suit is just like, fucking hop in, motherfucker, we're gonna go.
Yeah, so when the suit shows itself, Spencer like tries to get it to follow him. He tries to run away, whatever, and then the suit tells him like, yeah, no, I'm built to move other things. Are you something that requires transportation? And then Spencer thinks about it for a minute, and he goes, yes. And then he gets a suit. But then he doesn't know how to use a suit, so we get like the most random kid overpowered by suit.
Yep.
As he like barrel rolls all over and then like can't stand up straight, and I'm like, does it affect you that much? I feel like at this point you just don't know how to walk or stand.
The suit says, "Please use the entrance ramp," which is a wild statement for a suit to say. Also, as it seals up, that fucking suit is caked up to hell. That man's got an ass on him. That shit is amazing. That bodybuilders don't have asses that good. It is
that why the teacher gets even creepier?
God,
she gets seduced by the suit?
Stop. I can't. Stop. It's not right. Stop. God damn it, Jared. That's the literally last note on my, I don't know if I'll be able to say it. Might be. It says,
shit. Okay.
It says caked up, right there. Caked, it's backwards, but caked up. It's literally in my note. I'm like, damn, son.
They also show you the inside of the suit, and I have the note about that is like the most horrific fucking thing to have to deal with.
God damn, the face moving, the puppeteering work on that shit.
Yeah, he has to. Yeah, when he's talking to the suit, it's just the face from behind talking to him, but to everyone on the outside, they see the suit. Is that what it's
supposed to be? Because I thought the face was like on the other wall. Because I didn't understand. Because apparently it's like the fucking TARDIS in there, where it's just fucking huge. This is the part we get the training montage, and the guy actually says, "It's like, it does what I do." Yeah, bud, it's a fucking suit. Your arms and legs are fucking in arm and leg holes. What the hell, man? Yeah.
So he decides that with the suit, he needs to figure out the powers, so they do a montage. Yep. And he's like ripping axles out of cars and bending them and stuff.
Yeah, he ripped the drivetrain and axle out of a car.
What the fuck? Also,
he's just Mr. Incredible-ing it. It's fine.
I have the note here because my ears caught. They're using a song. If they use the actual song, I'd be okay with it. They're using a cover of a song that's not a good cover.
I literally said, I was like, this is a mid-soundtrack. It literally says mid-soundtrack, like right here. It's the first time I noticed it, too. I thought we both got out of the fucking song.
Oh, the minute I heard Magic Carpet Ride, I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah. I know that lyric, but that doesn't sound right at all.
They couldn't get all the rights. Just some of the rights.
It was like the worst cover ever. But now that he's figured out the suit, we get into
we have to progress plot now. We have to progress plot, which means
I gotta
because
do
he has a super powered suit, he's gonna go take care of his bullying problem. We hard cut to Turbo, who's like rocking out in like a fucking 67 Corvette, and like. I'm like,
I have a question.
Yeah. How'd he get up there?
Corvette. Yeah, had the Corvette's jacked up. How did he get in it? There's no ladder next to it. There's nothing.
The same note. I was like, why is it suspended? How fuck did Turbo's dad fucking race it and then told him to be careful with his? That makes no fucking sense. I had the exact fucking thought.
Because his dad comes in and acts like he has no idea why his son's in the car, but it's like, you would have either had to jack it up with the kid in there, or your kid has fucking superpowers. He got into this fucking car.
I didn't understand, and I realized we have to have it elevated for plot purposes here in a minute. But I was like, what? How? How? Just how? I don't understand.
I'm so happy you had the same question because I'm sitting there and I'm like, there's no ladder, there's no stair. How the fuck did he get in this car?
I I went back and rewound
Second of
it
all,
to
how the
make sure
fuck
that
do you
we
get
didn't
out?
make sure we didn't miss a ladder on the other side. Well, I assumed that his dad would come in and bring him down when he's done grinding on a piece of pipe for whatever reason. Just like shaving a piece of pipe. You're for fucking what? What are you doing? He's like super proud of this. Like he's ground down to not work on a car because that's what it obviously does. Like he could be under the engine or in the hood. Anything, but he just burn, burn, and then just wipes it off with his hand, takes his giant fucking mask off. So stupid.
So yeah, his dad hears. His dad hears him messing around with the radio.
Uh-huh.
So he comes in.
Another thing, real quick. Why would you give the kid the keys to the car when it's suspended?
Not only that, he then proceeds to take a piece of pipe, shove it under the car, to click the horn, and I'm like, wouldn't you be afraid of, like, you know, chipping it off the fucking lift? It doesn't take much.
Christ.
It's not like, what is this movie? What are these plot points?
It's and then the dad's like, just don't fuck around with this car. Goes
and
back
somehow
out.
get out of it.
Goes back, puts his mask down, and starts grinding on that fucking pipe again.
That pipe's not dead enough.
I realize why. Like, he's got to have noise to cover up the screaming that's about to ensue. But like,
oh sure,
for fuck's sake,
sure, we'll go
really?
with that.
For fuck's sake, God, it fucking hurt.
I'm glad we both got onto the same thing. So, like, what is this scene?
Right.
So yeah, he's in the jacked up car.
Yep.
Cyborgman comes in and picks up car from underneath and proceeds to spin it, drop it, wait for Bully to get out of car, to then scare Bully, who falls into paint.
No, he climbs ladder and shelf falls on him, covering him.
That's right. And he tells him, and he proceeds to tell the Bully that he is choice grade USDA dead meat.
It's so dumb. It's the worst. Is this before or after the ground beef joke? This has got to be right before.
This is
then.
This is right before they do that. That they will also this movie will take that single line and it will beat that dead horse a couple more times. Like it is, they go back to this joke style so many times. Anyway, Bully covered in paint runs over the car, runs away screaming. Cyborg suit leaves. Dad comes back in and freaks out because car's like covered in paint and not on the jack anymore. Which, as a normal person, I wouldn't be yelling about my kid got paint all over. I would be questioning, how did he get the car off the jack while the jack is still in the air, but the car is down over next to jack that is still in the air? Does not question that at all. It's just no questions.
Correct.
Oh, your son just has superhuman strength. That's fine. God.
Let me see here. I was like, it's a nice car. It's a classic Stingray Corvette. It's not candy apple red, but it is hot rod red, and I really enjoy that. And he just tosses the fucking car. Just like tosses it. And then because then he also throws the kid in the trash, right? After everything picks him up.
Yeah, that's
what
where
is with
the dead meat joke comes in. Is he?
I don't
throws
think
him in the
that
dumpster.
Anyone in this movie knows what thrown away trash looks like. Why?
I don't think so either.
This spaghetti with little pink round dots in it this time? That again, you can just do wadded up newspaper. It does the same thing and looks cooler than the most random fucking food in the. It pissed me off. It pissed me off. I
get it. Yeah, all the trash is just whatever the fuck they threw together. I don't even. You could have taken your own trash and you could have had something.
Yes,
I agree with you. It just doesn't. It doesn't make sense in a movie that's already bad. That's such a small detail of just why.
Yes.
Why? Because then anytime anyone goes in it, it's just a plot device for them to get wet and dirty. I don't understand.
Yeah, no.
At this point, Spencer takes a suit up on top of the building, and then they start having a discussion about what just happened and why he did what he did. And Spencer has to explain to the cyborg what fun is, which is probably the most boring scene I've ever seen in my life, describing something that's not. This is where you get the first cow joke. This is, again, they will say this joke again later and also make more jokes about it later. It just, I fucking couldn't. What do you call a cow without any legs? And then it starts calculating that of animals without legs, and he goes, ground beef, get it? Everyone laugh. I said, fucking laugh, you pig! No. That's all he does, and then Sai doesn't get it, but then he also explains to Sai, and then Sai, makes a joke about the suit's gonna explode. And he goes, ha 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 ha. And I went, that's not the same at all, movie.
Nope.
Kid told the joke. Cyborg, made a traumatizing prank. I don't get what the fuck this movie's doing at this point. I don't understand.
Jared, now that we are halfway through this movie, do you remember when I did Village Cleanup Day?
Yeah.
It's been a couple, and I found the Alien 1, 2, and 3 for on Refney for Anthony over there, and I gifted him as a present. Now that we're halfway through this record, I know you're not currently back in the States, but when you do, you'll never believe what VHS copy I have for you.
Yeah, no.
It's Star Kid.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
I'm not. You've talked about it a couple times, and it was right fucking there. I have it in my bedroom at home, just waiting to give it to. I wasn't expecting, when you said we were doing Star, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I'll just break the news later on, halfway through it, because. Yeah, you're welcome. You'll have this forever, my friend. Forever. Yep. How you feel about that?
I don't know what to say. That's gonna be my own little set piece. If anybody ever asks me, I'll just tell them, go on Tubi and watch it, because I'm not going to explain it again.
God, no. Absolutely not.
This is where we cut back to Stacy at home. She doesn't know her brother Scott somehow has not checked on her brother, which I to a degree I understand an older sibling busy with their own thing, but you would also check if you haven't seen him downstairs to eat anything or heard anything. You'd probably check on him just to know, is he causing trouble? Is he fucking dead? But apparently Stacy in this movie is just I don't really give a shit, the little bastard. Because her boyfriend shows up. Who?
And when she answers the door, I'm like, oh, this movie aged so poorly. So first, poorly.
Before I tell you who the actor is, ladies and gentlemen, Stacy, let's start there. She's maybe 15 or 16, if you're lucky.
Yeah, if we're lucky.
Also, I found out this was one of this actress's first movies. Somebody pointed out that it was one of her first movies, and I was like, you poor child. why was this a movie you were like, I'm gonna act like? No, you could have done better. Because boyfriend is clearly college, like clearly older man.
Dropout, like graduated at least 3 years ago. That's what I'm
Yes.
Like at least 3 years ago.
Of all people, because this man was in so many things that you go back and you see him in something, you're like, I forgot he was even in this, for good reason. Danny Masterson, and it does not age well at fucking all. At all.
No.
With everything that has happened, you just go, ooh, now I feel uncomfortable.
Right? Like, turns out, it was right there in front of us the entire time.
Turns out he was never typecasted at all. He just was. And that's unfortunate. But boyfriend wants to take her out on his new bike that he bought. And fuck watching your brother. Come out with me. What a douchebag.
It really is just...
They really sell that he's a douche when she's like, oh my god, you bought it brand new. And he goes, nah, I mean, I bought it used, but barely, I got it at a good deal.
Used.
And I'm like,
right.
Oh.
You feel gross?
You feel really gross.
You should, you fucking weirdo.
Ugh.
It's so bad.
At this point, so they go out for their ride. Meanwhile, Spencer's showing this. He calls the suit Psi, as we mentioned before, instead of calling it cybernetic, whatever.
Here's the thing. It is not a cyborg.
It is not.
It's not even an AI. It is a suit. It is not a cyborg. And it pisses me off that they keep calling it like, oh, it's a cyber. He's not. He might be cybernetically enhanced, but that is fucking it. He's not a cyborg.
But he shows Psy the Fall Festival. Because movies got a movie.
Because plot has to happen, and we're so far away from the end of the fucking movie right now, it's not funny.
Spencer went to the school of being a creeper as he proceeds to stalk his crush using Psy's targeting system. It is the creepiest series of events that this movie decided to go with. Because it's not the last time he will do this in this movie, and it's like, why is he such a fucking creep? Why are you making our main character a stalker? Why is this a choice that is being fucking made for this movie?
Because plot.
It's bad. So they're doing that. Everything's going fine for them at first. He's able to spy on his girl, which, again, creepy. But then Psy targets the mascot at the festival because it's a dragon-suited guy, and in the intergalactic threat system, there's a species that looks like that. Psy proceeds to just start fucking firing off and nearly killing everyone at this festival.
Yes.
All because he sees a mascot. And, like, I get that maybe he thought that was an alien, but he just continues firing off rounds into the festival after specifically saying target eliminated, and I'm like, why is he firing? Why does he just keep fucking shooting? If he said he eliminated it, shouldn't he just stop?
Defense systems alerted. Activating phase bolt impellers. Hostile biotic detected.
Hey, kid!
Initiating auto combat mode.
Wait, that's not a hostile!
Target acquired.
Hey! What? Hey!
Target serviced. Hostile bioform scan now in progress.
What's happening?
Target acquired. Phase bolt impellers on search and destroy. Target acquired.
Bad.
Bad. But because of that, they end up shooting the Ferris wheel that his crush is at. And then because they do that, then he has to save her. And he gets a hero moment.
Yeah.
Big quotes on
It's
that.
so gross, though. That's the
Yes.
issue. Is because, like, why is she turned on by the caked up robot? That's
Everybody is.
all.
And I don't know
It's
why.
so. I hate it so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully I'll have things that are going on the screen while we talk here so you can see what this robot looks like. But I want you to take a real hard look at that robot's face and tell me that no matter how caked up it is, would you look at that and go, I want to fuck that? Because if you do, you need help. You need help.
So, the issue, like, here's the thing. The robot's bad. The way that it looks, it is very pathetic. So I could understand why she might think it's Spencer. The animatronic, in much of the same way that the Ninja Turtle movies does, it's doing a lot of fucking of the legwork. So,
yes, I which is something with this movie. I like the effort that they put in with the suit, and then even as much as I've shit on the enemy alien for this series, like the Brood Warriors, as much as I think some of their design choices are dumb, as the person that I am enjoying creature feature shit, I kind of like that everything about the Brood Warriors. We'll get into all of this, but I kind of like the way that their weapons and shit work, just from my own perspective of like, okay, that's interesting. If you just made them not as dumb as looking as they are in concept, I'd be a little more on board with them. But anyway, he saves the girl. Cops show up, so he has to run away. But he doesn't just run away. He go gadget rollerblades?
I don't understand. Like, so here's the thing. I gotta stand up for this, so I apologize if I'm not in the frame for anyone. One, my ass hurts. Jared should post a picture of the chair. I'll send him another one so he can see what I've been dealing with for 10 hours. So, his hand, and it's gonna come back at the end, and I don't understand. His hand transforms into a gun. So, do we have nanobot technology? Is it magic? Cause like, I understand like there could be rollerblades like underneath. Like we all know what Heelys are. This is basically just advanced Heelys. What I don't understand is the rocket power takeoff that happens as well. Like how the fuck are you just gonna be like
go gadget rocket blades?
And then God bless the stunt team because he's clearly just being dragged on a chair that's been edited out because his feet
you know what?
is not touching the ground.
You know what? Just I'll try to include it here. I will try to clip it right here. I will try to incorporate the jackass skit.
Go from me going like this to transition to the robot.
I'm gonna try to clip in. There's a jackass bit where Johnny Knoxville put bottle rockets onto rollerblades and tried to skate with them.
I remember this. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
That's what should have happened here, because that's essentially what they did. But yeah, it seems they had him sit down so he didn't eat shit.
Correct.
That's the extent of the effects on this.
All right, this is Rocket Skates, take 2.
It's fucking bad,
It's just,
man.
where did they come from? Why does it do that? Maverick makes a great point. How is the suit doing any of the shit that it's doing? It doesn't explain anything.
You just need to stick to something. Like again, suspension of disbelief. Listen, I will give you an arm and a leg, but you better fucking stick to it, because the second you're like, actually this, you've lost me. You lost the plot.
Oh, I forgot also. There's also a point when he was stalking the girl before that the suit roasts him about being scared to talk to girls, and I was like, dude, even your suit shit talking you. Like, Jesus Christ.
Right,
Nobody's
like,
on this kid's side.
pretty fucking bad when even the suit is like,
knows.
hey, why are you being such a little bitch, huh? Why are you doing that? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
So it cuts from here because Cy Spencer run away. It cuts from there to a pizza guy on the side of the road trying to change a tire, and apparently he doesn't know how, but he's already kind of started. I don't know. Movie apparently just needed reason for this whole thing to happen. So he starts eating his customer's pizza like a douchebag, and then another meteor comes down. And the logic of everyone in this movie is, oh my god, you see that thing? I gotta go check it out. And he runs downhill to go check out what crash landed. Whereas myself, I would say, well, I'm gonna put this fucking tire on and I'm gonna get the hell out of here before whatever that was, because that's not my problem.
I'm leaving.
I'm gonna go that way. So I'm not sticking around to look at that. But Pizza Guy does.
Yeah.
We get our first look at a Brood Warrior, which again, I like some aspects that they were using here, is that the Brood Warriors are insect-like creatures. Everything about what they do is incorporated into their being. So he gets out of the ship by disconnecting from it literally, and then scares guy runs away, pulls off piece of body and throws it up, which turns into a issue here is that it's a spider that somehow flies with no visible wings, propulsion. They don't explain it, and I don't understand it. I would understand it if I could see how it's flying, but it's just floating and then it floats away, and I don't understand it.
Yes.
But anyway, yeah, so it does that.
It rips it off his back. It's like,
yes.
It's fine.
Then we cut back to the suit. Him and Spencer get home. He opens the window and he's all like, oh, real quiet. Yes, we got it. Okay, good. Now just one step, and then just immediately breaks the window, which I'm like, how did you not see that? Like, you would have been looking right at the window as before you stepped to know you weren't going to step through the open part. Like, you're a dumb kid.
Yes.
Dumb kid. And then the suit decides to get sentimental for whatever reason. He just decides to bond with Spencer, apparently.
Fucking have a heart-to-heart for some reason.
Who is this? Oh, that's my dad and my sister and my mom. Wish I could see my mom again. And then the suit goes, gotcha. And just plays his fucking memories for him.
Yeah, it's...
What an invasion of privacy.
We did kind of skip over when he got in the suit. Something did, click to his back of his neck.
He has a neural
Pacific
interface.
Rim. Yeah, you're giving. You're being very generous with that. But yes, that's essentially what it is. We'll just leave it at that, because that's
the best you're gonna get.
You're not gonna get much fucking better. No.
So yeah, the suit bonds with him on that for some fucking reason. And then they talk about how he's hungry. So he goes downstairs to get food because nobody's home. He realizes as a clunky suit walks downstairs that thank God no one's home. But he gets in the fridge. He's gonna have pizza. But of course, big dumb suit's too strong, and he rips out. He gets his head. Well, actually, no. First, he gets his head stuck in there because, again, kid is a fucking idiot. He leans in to grab pizza and then he forgets how to lean back out. This whole scene makes no fucking sense because he just tries to stand up while he's still in the fridge, and it's like, no, you bent down and went in. Why? This is just the whole purpose of destroying the house But it doesn't even fucking make sense because it could have been avoided if you just stayed stooped down and backed away, you dumbass fucking kid. Like,
Correct.
He destroys the house. The fridge, the cabinets, the wall. It's fucking stupid. It just doesn't make sense, and it's dumb as shit.
Correct.
And this is where we get this is where we get a scene that anybody who has seen this movie, you probably remember this series of events. He wants food, but broke house. So then he decides they should probably leave. So they go get fast food. Which, by the way, he leaves an IOU at the drive-through window, which that's not how a drive-through window works. Me and Maverick have worked fast food enough to know
that really
not
pissed
how
me
that
off,
works.
by the way. Really pissed me off. Be like, you pay first. You always pay first. Also, there's no way they have food ready for you. I'm sorry. Fuck off.
Yeah, no. There's no way. So they go to the river and they sit on like some kind of, I don't know, fucking bridge. And he's like, all right, I want to have my burger now. Oh, God. The suit eats the burger, processes said burger, and then gives him a little tiny ball of all the stuff that it crushed up. And he goes, what's that? And he goes, I took out all the things that are bad for you and left only essential proteins and minerals. He goes, okay, I'm eating robot poo. And yeah, it tastes terrible because he took out all the condiments. He took out everything other than the vitamins and minerals. So there's literally no flavor to that. It is just garbage. It's so fucking dumb. But it's gonna get even worse.
Yeah, yeah. I said, at this point, I was like, plot needs to happen soon or I'm going to get bored. Because
they even have a scene with Stacy with boyfriend on bike and being like, I need to go home and check on my brother, and him being like, nah, fuck that kid.
Right, yeah,
like,
absolutely,
what?
He's fine.
So yeah, that all happens. He eats the fucking thing, and then they have a talk. They start having a talk about who created him, whatnot, and then Spencer goes, I have to use the bathroom. And we get another series of events of Suit goes, what do you mean? And he explains that he has to pee, and then Suit tells him what peeing actually is, and it's like, what,
urinate.
that was unnecessary.
He has to urinate.
I don't know what's going on with these aliens that made it. Like, I don't know what's up with the Trelkins. Apparently they pee out of their face.
Because their chest, at least.
Yeah, because little hose pops out like below the neck, above what would be your ribs, and I'm like, what? And considering the size of the Trelkin, like, are they pissing out of their nose? Like, what?
Yeah,
what is this
know.
receptacle? Which obviously is a problem for Spencer.
I don't. It's kind of dumb, but here we are.
Also, in this series of events of that is where he calls him Sci, because he doesn't want to call him his super long fucking technical name. But anyway, now he needs to figure out how to pee, because he says the line, I'm in trouble, because it's not where it should be. So where does he go? Of all people, and what he could possibly do, where does he go?
He goes to the teacher, Jared. It's so uncomfortable. Because he sneaks into her house and like does the thing that normal people would do, is like, if you're gonna sneak up on somebody, you cover them out and be like, hey, it's me, don't scream, I don't want to alert. But she's alone in her house, So it
Yeah.
would have been okay if she screamed a little, because it's also like 9:30 at night, and so who was going to hear them? Question mark.
The fun fact, not really a fun fact, but this movie, its plot entirely takes place over one night.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, we really
Which is
should have said I suppose.
Insane. This is all one fucking night. This is a long ass night. This is the longest night in human history, okay? Because there's no
Yes.
fucking way all this happened the same night. Yeah, so teacher passes out because she doesn't know how to handle the information of hearing Spencer's voice through the suit when it activates voice whatever. And then Spencer passes out. And then they wake up, and then Spencer realizes, oh yeah, I really have to pee, and somehow didn't pee myself when I fainted,
did not
which is what would have happened.
His pants. Absolutely. Hey, here's a fun fact. As like a 35-year-old man, if I have to pee too bad, like sometimes it just comes out. So like there's absolutely no way that this kid did not piss himself.
Well, yeah, there's no way. So yeah, he has to he tells the teacher this, thinking that she can somehow help because she's a science teacher. Why wouldn't she have mechanical engineering degrees?
Correct.
Which is fine because she takes a screwdriver and removes a piece of the suit and makes the most cringe-worthy fucking face I have ever seen. Considering that this child, as he is a fucking child,
Yes.
she removes it and gives the look of like, oh my. And I'm like, what the fuck was this expression she made? What the fuck was that? And then he runs to the bathroom to go pee, and the whole time he's peeing, she's sitting there making expressions and noises of like she's getting turned on, and I'm like, what the fuck is this whole thing?
So wrong on so many levels, and I didn't know
Creepiest
how to
fucking
take
shit.
it.
I didn't know either. I was trying to figure out of like, why does it seem like the teacher is going to fuck this kid in this movie? They're really leaning hard on that might happen, and that's the weirdest thing to be having in here.
This is correct. Again, it was like, why we don't need any of this plot isn't happening for anyone's purposes. Also, I don't understand because like the suit is like, oh, I can't unlock it, and then walks the teacher through how to unlock. It's just
walks teacher with how to remove the lower piece so that the kid can pee, and I'm like, that is not how any of that would work by what he had said before, but whatever.
Not even close. Not even close.
The recon bug that was sent out finds the suit, and then the Brood Warrior shows up. They get into a fight in the middle of the teacher's house, and that's when I finally saw an up close of this fucking thing's face.
Yeah.
It's
literal
fucking bat ears in its eye holes.
Yeah, I thought I was very unsure if
how the fuck does it see? Don't worry, they'll show you, and it's even worse. He sees through static sand, and the sound like reverberates for an echolocation, and I'm like, it's not how echolocation works. Like that's not how any of that works. Also, why does he see in TV static? Like, what the fuck is this shit?
I couldn't tell you, if I'm being honest, because it hurt my brain.
Yeah, it does. But anyway, so they fight. Sai manages to escape, and after all this, they end up back where they were when they had the whole peeing thing and eating the burger happen. And this is where Sai tells him, yeah, I can't let you out of the suit. And Spencer goes, what do you mean? And he goes, I was made for the purpose of fighting the Brood Warrior. So, my mission that suddenly has now become a thing for this movie. By the way, we're almost done with this movie. They're throwing in a whole new plot point this late into the fucking movie.
Oh no,
like
we're
30
just
minutes,
getting
if best,
to the plot finally. Like, we're finally ready to go.
This movie goes from boy has fun with cybernetic suit to I have to defeat a brood warrior and then I can let you go so I can go back to my home planet.
Yep.
Oh, what's that? There's only about 30 minutes left in this movie that we need to really speed up that this is what we're going to do with this movie because we forgot to do that at any other point in this movie. Oh, it's a whole fucking thing. But then Sai apparently just says, fuck it, because Spencer points out that they did just fight, and sure, they got their ass kicked, but technically he tested it, so he could let him go, and then Sai just apparently decides, oh, you know what? Fuck it, I'm an idiot, you're right, movie's over. And just lets the kid out.
Yeah, I didn't understand. Like, you could do it the entire time. There was no point. I think, let me see where I'm at. I think I'm on my... Yeah, this is where I went on my rant into when everything was happening. I was like, God, this is just like a cheap Power Rangers knockoff. And then it made me think, because the suit kind of looks like a Power Rangers thing. And so I was like, I wonder if the director ever did anything with Power Rangers. And this is where I went on that like deep dive down to Manicato, where it's like, you know, he did 2 DComs, and then I started looking at other movies that I might want to do for this Patreon specials and things like this. And then I came back in it. What snapped me back into it is I do believe the next scene is the sister walking through the house, into the house, seeing that it's destroyed. And I heard Switchblade Nuns, and that made me look to see if Switchblade Nuns was actually a real band or not. And that's where I came back into the movie at. So if I missed something, I apologize.
The only thing that's important, the only thing that like they do with the scene, other than what we already talked about, just that Sai tries to convince Spencer to get back in the suit, telling him that if they don't stop the Brood Warrior here and test him and make sure he's correct, that eventually they will just be at Earth. So why not help him? And that fails. Spencer still says, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm going to leave now. And leave Sai to die, because Sai has been very clear he cannot walk on his own, which is why he's not a cyborg. Because you shouldn't need another living thing. That's just a suit.
It's a cybernetic suit.
But yeah, they get back, they see the house destroyed, which the teacher apparently like calls to tell them about Spencer, and she shows up, and then they're having a conversation about what she witnessed, which also, did you mention how you want to fuck his son? Because, like, lady, you've got fucking issues, and I don't understand this movie, because there's some
I also
weird
thought she kind of maybe wanted to fuck the dad, like he was going to be her mom or something like that. Like, I don't understand what's going on. Why? Why?
I don't know. So, which, of course, the dad argues that she's crazy. And then Spencer shows back up, and he backs her up, and then he gets in trouble.
Yep.
And then the teacher just acts like apparently she's a part of the family now, because when Spencer takes off from his room, she also follows with the dad to do everything, and I'm like, I get the sister gets in the car to go find Spencer. I don't get the teacher also getting tagged and dragged along. Like, you're just his teacher.
No sense.
Why?
Because
Well, Spencer's going to get Sai because he has like a whole realization that he was actually his friend and that he shouldn't be abandoning Sai to die. And I'm like, yeah, you built a conscience at a weird time, kid. And it's also because the sister also gives him a bonding moment right before about, like, hey, we still love you even though you're a goof and you annoy me, but blah, 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 you shouldn't run off. Because family doesn't abandon each other, and then that's he gets the realization of, oh my god, Sai has a dad, and blah, blah, like, I'm an asshole. It's... Yes. Movie just needed something to push the plot for Kid to go back for suit. That's all any of this was.
Yes, correct.
So yeah, Spencer runs off. They go to find him. We cut to the bully at his house, because of course we got to add all this so that they can use a key point to this here in a minute. But I don't understand this scene, because the dad is yelling at the mom about how the kid ruined the Corvette earlier, but he says that he's USDA grade dead meat, and the kid like, and I'm like, does he think his dad was the fucking robot thing? Why do we have this scene? Clearly you know your dad wasn't the thing that beat you up, so why are you having this, like, it does not make sense. No. But somehow he connects that to that it's Spencer. And again, I don't get how the fuck he makes this connection, because his dad said it. It makes no fucking sense. Again, movie just needed a reason to push plot for Bully to go find Spencer, even though it makes no fucking sense.
Correct.
So yeah, Bully finds Spencer, Spencer fights back finally, and then Bully just accepts him as friend. Me and Sergeant Redacted in high school. And then right. they go try to find the suit. Suit's gone. Brood Warrior took it back to Junkyard where it was found. Spencer and Turbo the Bully steal Dad's stock car and race it through town, and somehow don't get, like, pulled over. Well, there are cops to show up, but then they just go faster. It's not... Whatever. I'm just gonna skip ahead. There's a bunch of driving bullshit. A couple, like, passing Dad and Dad not realizing it's them. Stupid shit. But they get back to the junkyard, and we see that the Brood Warrior's setting up his ship so he can leave with the suit, which is, again, just pulling off a piece of his body, and then it just starts turning into a ship. And I'm like, I like your creature. I could get behind this race. That's kind of neat that everything they need is, like, on them somehow. I don't like his design that much. And there's things later where I'm like, that's just kind of fucking stupid. But yeah, he's gonna take Sai back. But of course, Bully and Spencer show up, and then they start thinking, how do we fight a giant alien bug thing that could kill us?
I do want to note that this is yet another movie where it really is about the friends you make along the way. Talk about a teacher really to lover and enemy to friends plot line.
Oh. So they come up with the plan. Bully distracts Warrior while Spencer gets to Sai. Spencer puts on Sai. They start fighting. I'll just go through the highlights, because this fight, Jesus Christ, this goes on for so long.
It's unnecessary and boring. That's the issue.
Somehow you made
good
monster robot fight the most boring fucking part.
You might alien robot, alien monster fight. Like, it
should be fun, and it's not.
So hang on. Here's my next
so
comeuppance
boring.
with this movie. What was the explosion budget? Because there are no explosions. It's all fucking sparks and Roman candles. I swear to God. It's fucking dumb. It's so bad, guys. It makes no goddamn sense.
There's a worm rope thing that he uses at one point. They
forgot about that. Oh my God.
They make a slingshot. out of bungee straps to shoot at the alien guy to distract it. Psy gets damaged and can't be used, but then of course, movie convenience, he has enough power to move one more time.
Yep. Before
it crashes and lets Spencer out. So then you may be asking yourself, with all the things that are happening in this movie, also the Brood Warrior has a moment where he takes off 2 shoulder pads and they turn into like Spike Dunbell weapon.
Yep.
Okay. But anyway, so you may be saying, well, if the suit got damaged and shut down and he can't use it, then how do they defeat the big scary monster?
Yeah, Jared, I'm on pins and needles. How, even though I watched it, how, Jared, did they defeat the big scary alien robot warrior thing? Because I'm not entirely sure that thing's not also a suit, if we're being 100% honest, because he also turns his hand into a spinny claw thingy like Inspector Gadget.
Yes, he does. This movie just plays real fast and loose with that for some reason. There's another item in this movie that has been in a couple movies that we've covered on this show. I don't know why it's in here to tie it in, but it ties it in. So, a movie that we covered recently, called Once Bitten, had an ice cream truck. There were a couple other movies that had an ice cream truck. Sure. Boy, let me tell you, when this fucking movie ends with Brood Warrior getting into ice cream truck to be crushed in a compactor, I went, why is everything a fucking ice cream truck? You could have picked anything. Why is it always a fucking ice cream truck? So yeah, they just compactor him, and like that's it. That creature's dead. They wash their hands of it. Nobody fucking questions anything later either. It's just the most abrupt fuck it, let's go home in the ending of this movie. So then the Trelkins come down, because apparently they're not all dead, which is confusing, because the beginning of this movie leads you to believe that they were all eradicated, but apparently they were not.
Yeah.
And the movie just lied to you.
They just, you know what they did is they hid in a dumpster until the Trelkins were off screen, and then they got out and were fine.
It's almost like somebody read a Superman comic and was like, yeah, it got sent to Earth, and then instead of the dad being dead, how about they just come back and adopt their kid back? And I'm like, this movie's fucking stupid. Like, you can't tell me the planet got eradicated and then an army just randomly fucking shows up at the end.
Oh. Like fuck they can't, cause let me tell ya, ye of little faith, Jared, ye of little faith.
So the Trelkins come down, they come to get their suit, they give Spencer a purple heart, basically, from their species, to be like, you helped defeat one fucking warrior of this entire army we're fighting. Good job.
Thanks, bud. Real trooper right there.
Also, beating the dead horse, Sai tells them the cow joke.
God, it's so dumb.
And then there's an unnecessarily uncut, like 2-minute long Trelkins laughing at dumb joke. And everyone else being like, yeah, it's kind of funny. And I'm like, that's how I felt this whole fucking movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but then the Trelkins leave with Sai. He tells them goodbye, all that fun stuff. The next day at school...
we're not done with the movie yet.
Oh no, they got one more scene for you.
I've got a fucking kicker.
The dad, teacher, and sister finally show up as the Trelkins show up.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I have in my notes that they are just the slowest fucking people imaginable.
Seriously.
Because the entire fight we talked about happens after they show you that his dad, teacher, and sister have all arrived at the junkyard, and still somehow there's like a 15-minute fight with the creature, and I'm like, just the slowest fucking people ever.
Sucked into the labyrinth, you know. Sometimes it takes a while to get out. I don't know what to tell you there, bud. Like,
but at this point, now if I was a parent, I would be questioning what the hell happened. His dad instead just goes, "Well, I should have believed you. Fuck it, let's go home." And I'm like, what? What? Nobody's questioning this? You just saw aliens. Nobody's saying shit. What? But yeah, they give you one final scene, Spencer at school the next day, where he talks to the pretty girl, and they bond over a comic book. And I have the note, you saw the cyborg one time as a town. One time. They already have a t-shirt with his fucking face on it. And I'm like, this is 1997.
Well, the one dude did get a photo, right? The one guy got a photo.
This is the next day.
I know.
This all took place overnight.
I'm not saying it's justified. I'm saying I don't care, actually.
I couldn't with that. I was like, how did you already make that many shirts?
I found a couple notes that I want to bring up real quick. So, whatever the doctor's name is who created Psy, he is actually the scientist prime of the first council, which is actually a pretty cool title. Also, in the scene in the teachers thing where the kid faints, why does Psy also faint? I don't know if we brought that up, but like Psy should be able to keep
I don't
him
know why
up.
he fainted.
Like, why did Psy faint too? That makes no goddamn sense.
Unless
$4.16 for a burger and a large fry and a milkshake is ridiculous. Also, when the father is screaming at the kid, he goes into a Brooklyn accent for some reason, and I don't know why. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah, there's choices in this movie. There's choices.
You know, there's choices, and there's also not choices. Fun fact: there's also the opposite of choices.
Yeah, they shouldn't have made some of the choices that they did. For sure.
So dumb.
So that's Star Kid 1997. If somehow your brain isn't dead hearing this review, then go ahead and give us a like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you.
Even if you are brain dead, please rate, subscribe, and view.
You'll still enjoy the episodes. You don't need that.
Yes, that's correct.
So as always, just remember the rules. Don't dump chemicals in the sewer. Bringing things back from the dead. Don't prank your friends as a serial killer. Don't betray the puppets. Don't trust witches with revenge plots. Let's
save the astronaut.
Save the astronaut. For this episode, don't
pee
fuck
before
kids.
Getting in suit. Pee before getting in suit.
Pee before getting in a suit. There we go. That's the one.
Pee before getting in a suit.
Good night. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.